Hi, I'm Marguerite from MoveToTacoma.com, and I'm so excited. I am here today with Destiny.
Hi.
Welcome, Destiny.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So this is a totally different kind of video than what I normally do, but Destiny, you are a real Move to Tacoma client.
I am,
You
yes.
moved to Tacoma. When did you move here?
I moved in 2017, 18-ish. Yeah, so.
Perfect. So you've been here now 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
And the thing that I wanted to talk to you about is, what do you wish you knew before you moved to Tacoma? Like what are the things you kind of were able to figure out on your own and using the site, and what did you kind of have to live here to understand? And also just a little bit of background on you. You're from, I mean, you've lived everywhere. You lived in Florida, you lived in Arizona.
Yeah, Bay Area, California is home for me. But yeah, I've kind of lived everywhere, and it's been an experience every single place, but Washington has really been like home for us. We've really made it home, so.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's just dive right in.
Okay.
Like, what are some things that were different than you expected?
So I would have to say, when we came to look at homes, it was during spring and summertime. So I know.
False advertising.
So yes, so we didn't, one thing that I wish I knew, because you know, people say, oh, Washington, it's so rainy and it's overcast and all these things. But like once we dived in, we really got to experience what the winters are here. Yeah. So I would say one thing I wish I knew was more the weather. Because like I said, we did come in spring and summertime, and it was just hard. We didn't get to experience it. We were looking at homes and I'm like, this is beautiful. This is perfect. And then once winter hit, I was like, oh snap. Like this is going to be hard.
And I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
So one of the things I try to say to people is like, it's not necessarily the rain. It's not necessarily the gray. It's the darkness. Like
it's
when the darkness hits. Is that your experience?
Yeah, it has been. But honestly, it has been the darkness and hard to adjust to that. And it's funny, the rain too, when I busted out my umbrella, I took my umbrella everywhere. And that's when my neighbors, I could tell people were looking at me kind of funny, but I mean, now I'm out here with my tank top and my shorts and my flip-flops.
You've assimilated.
Now I'm a Washingtonian.
I love it. Okay, so how do you deal with the darkness? So for me, like darkness, I really start to feel it in October, and you know, come February, you're starting to emerge.
Yeah.
And for me, I just try to like schedule like one trip out of the darkness at some point. What is your strategy?
So for me, I actually looked into, it's called the Happy Light. I don't know if anyone has ever looked into that.
I've seen ads for this.
Yes, the ads got me.
Did it work?
It does work, and it helps with, it just boosts your mood, your energy. It feels really great. So I have Happy Lights all around my house, and it just gives the sunlight effect in our house and in our rooms, and I love it. It has really helped. We didn't have it for the first 2 years, and then I started Googling, like, okay, what can I do to boost my mood because of the overcast and everything. But that has really helped. So look into Happy Light. That is extremely helpful, and it just sets a tone in our house that I really love. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, other than the weather, which was clearly false advertised, apologies in advance. What else was different than you expected? I mean, and not necessarily worse, but just like what do you wish you could go back and tell yourself before you moved here? Before
I moved here, I mean, let's see. Well, when we first moved here, we moved to Lakewood Steilacoom area, which is really nice. Everyone was super sweet. Our neighbors are great. And just the environment, the community was awesome. And then once we sold our house in Lakewood Steilacoom area, we moved to Puyallup. And I guess I would say that Meridian, I didn't know that was like a thing, because everyone talks in the Bay Area traffic, right? But once I moved to Puyallup, I wish I would have looked into more like the traffic on Meridian. Yeah. But I mean, I guess I just got used to it. We got used to it. We found the little streets. I'm like, we found all the streets. So now we figured out a way to kind of dodge Meridian. We take Canyon or just the side streets. But I would say probably looking into that before was kind of what I wish I would have probably done. But other than that, just traffic, really.
So what is your advice for people like you who are relocating from different corners of the country, trying to, use the MoveToTacoma.com website to kind of figure out where is my place in all of this? Like, what is your advice?
So when we looked onto Move to Tacoma, it was super great. Honestly, that was a lifesaver for us. So thank you so much. We were so happy to come across Move to Tacoma. And it really just helped us guide our way through neighborhoods. Like, I know you have different sections on like certain neighborhoods like North Tacoma, Proctor, Lakewood, Steilacoom, University Place, all of that. So it was really helpful for us to look into that. And coming from California, we didn't know where to go. So that was perfect for us, and it really helped us. And some of my family members now, they're like, so how is Washington? And I'm like, move to Tacoma, move to Tacoma. So now that has been extremely helpful going into that and kind of just doing our research that way. But I would just recommend coming 1 week during the winter and really experiencing what it's like to be here.
Yes.
Also in the spring and the summer, just so you can get a vibe on what exactly it's like living here. So
what I think is so funny about you bringing that up is because you've been here 7 years. Like, clearly it's worked out for you, but you're just like, I wish I'd known.
I wish I've known. I really wish I would have known. But like I said, I love it now, and Washington has become home for us, and we miss our family in California, but it's only an hour flight away, so it's been really great to just do that. And now they come out here, and they're just like, wow, it's so green here, because it's so dry in California now. So now when they come here, it's beautiful. The mountain's right there. I live in Puyallup, so I get a really amazing shot of Mount Rainier, which is really beautiful, and it just makes it all worth it. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Is there any other piece of advice you'd like to give in closing for someone thinking about moving to Tacoma?
We were really scared moving from California to Washington, but just going to the Move to Tacoma website and working with the Dugans was great, and now we just made Washington home, so it's been great, so thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, the philosophy of the site is to try to help you find a real estate agent that specializes in what it is that you're trying to do, and that's always the goal. So I'm so glad that that worked out for you.
It did, yeah. So we got to get a real big insight on, different neighborhoods and kind of feel for what each neighborhood feels like, so that was really nice, just diving right in and experiencing that, so yeah, it was really nice.
Well, thank you for coming on
and
sharing your experience, Destiny.
Yes.
Move to Tacoma.com.